Happy Valentine's Day. In this video, I'm going to talk about compatibility with relationships and how your astrology chart can tell you who's who's good, who may have some issues. And without further ado, if you don't already know me, I'm Ev Zervadakis with Holistic Healing Astrology. We're going to look at two charts and we'll make some comparisons. So these are the two people's charts in a bi-wheel. We call this a bi-wheel. I've redacted the information so you can't see who the people are. And what we do as astrologers, these are all the symbols of the planets and the signs, and the inside is person one. The inside wheel is person one, the outside wheel is person two. So we look to see where there are conjunctions. And that's something within 10 degrees apart, especially if it's a personal planet, the sun, the moon, things like that. So here we have a contact between, well, let's start at the beginning in the first house of person number one, which is here, first house. I'm assuming that you know a little bit about astrology. If you don't know how to read a chart, then you could go into my videos, how to read a chart, and we'll continue on. So in the first house, we have a conjunction. It's a 7-degree difference between person number one and person number two. We'll say A and B, and they have Saturn, 28 degrees, and the south node is 23 degrees Scorpio. 28 degrees Scorpio, 23 degrees Scorpio. So there's a past life reference from these two people, okay? Past life reference. So they're in a family dynamic. They're already family, okay? So when you look at compatibility, it could be any two people in the workforce, in a family, romantic relationship. So this is intense responsibility and duty, okay? And then it's opposite. The north node, of course, is always opposite the south node, and it has impact. Person B has impact with the other person's way of thinking, teaching, training. So person one did teach and train the other person. So it was like a big brother type of a thing, okay, where they set the example. So they learned from the example, okay? And what's really interesting is if you look at person B is a musician, very intense musician, very passionate. And person A influenced person B to continue, even after hardship and tremendous pain and suffering with the music industry. You know how that could be. Went on to get a job, a real day job, but then continued with a band and does the music because they love it, not to be famous and rich. So that's an interesting point as well. And it has to do with who this person is. And he's identified with his talents, musical talents, but that comes from a past life experience. But this was the responsibility of person A, her, to impress upon and tell him, you're very talented. Keep doing the music. Okay. Now, the second house, we have the north and south node, but there's no major impact there between A and B on person A's north and south node. In the third house of learning, siblings, education, there's an impact there between this opposition, Black Moon Lilith, and person A's Venus and person B's Mars. So it's almost like a love-hate relationship, but a very nurturing family type dynamic, great love and great energy, and very, very impactful. A lot of energy there, and like a warrior type of protectiveness with person B. Also, person B has great love for person A, and person A has a great love for person B. Person A loves the home and nurturing, and person B loves the communication. Person A provides the information and communication. Person B provides the nurturing support. 10 degrees apart. But and this has all been validated. I'm just showing you how you could find this type of information in the chart. So 8 and 8, 16, there's also between person A, the Jupiter, and person B's Jupiter, which is expansive, huge, joy. And this love that they have for one another is an unconditional love. It's a higher level of love. Higher love. Very nurturing type of love. Unconditional type of love. Okay? So let's look at, we'll go around systematically, and we could look at person B's Chiron, which is the pain and suffering and healing, or mentorship, and even responsibility factors in the home, or in the kids setting, in the creative setting, right? Opposite person A's greatest joy, success, and prosperity. So this person was a great joy, yet a great responsibility. And there was a lot of healing going on, but it was of great joy to help the first person A to help person B heal and to grow up, to be mature. Now we also look at, we talked about the Mars, Venus, and the Jupiter. Now the Sun, person A's Uranus and person B's Sun are conjunct and make contact. So they have great ideas together. It's a very exciting dynamic. They help each other out, especially with nurturing, family, fun, sudden, unexpected, shocking. Also, great ideas. They feed off each other. Very intellectual as well. Love the freedom, the both of them. Then we have a very close relationship between person B's moon, person B's emotion and person A's Jupiter and Pluto. What does that mean? So Jupiter always makes things bigger. It's expansive. It's joy, ethics, values, and Pluto is transformation. And it could be crisis. So this person B, always had feelings and caring, understanding to help person A in a very big way and to help transform person A. See? Great feelings and emotions. Very sensitive. Very emotional. Could be stubborn too. And then we talked about this Uranus energy and the greatest joy, success, and prosperity when it comes to community. Very exciting and very transformative energy, very intense energy, very quick, freedom-loving when it comes to friends. But that's why it's very good with electric guitar. You see, there's electricity. Uranus is electrical. But in the community, this person B serves and transforms, especially when they're performing. And it's the greatest joy, success, and prosperity for person A, who recommended that they go out there and use their music to provide entertainment for the community, because this started very small. So that's what we look at. We see if there's past life, which there is in this one connection, how the love goes, and where they shine and where they help each other out, you see? And you could go on and on and on. Now, if person A and person B was with me, because that's how you do it, you do 1 hour of person A by themselves, you do 1 hour reading with person B by themselves, and then the next session would be the 3rd hour, and both of you would compare each other. But you have to understand yourselves before you could understand the couple. So this is what we call a compatibility chart, a synastry chart. It's a bi-wheel when we compare two people to see how well they're going to get along, where the conflicts would be, and where the hard aspects would be. And there's more here that I didn't get into because I wanted to keep it short. I don't want to bore the tears out of you, but it's very fascinating when you get those two people together and they start seeing things and they go, oh, it's because of your son, or they understand, like a Mercury Leo would be very quick thinker, fire, but could be stubborn in their thinking. But yet a Taurus moon would be slow to react. This one would be quick. B would be very quick to react. Person A would be slower to react and be more practical, more steady, and reserved. And this one over here would be like all over the place on fire with the moon because it's Leo. And if you look at Venus, 1B loves to talk and communicate. A loves to nurture, cook, and take care. But we have person A that loves to communicate because they have the sun there. So it's a wide orb here. But if you have someone that has their sun in Gemini and another person with a Venus in Gemini, they're going to love to converse. You see? Now let's look at the Mercury. Well, we got person B, Mercury in Leo, very fiery type communication. Could be argumentative too, or maybe stubborn in the way they communicate. But this one, person A, is like, give me the facts. I'm excited to do the research and I'm going to look up the facts. Well, the other one's like, oh, you're just crazy, and they're quick about it. And then we could look at the other personal planet, which would be Mars. This one is like it wants solitude, wants alone time in the house, likes to do things alone in the house, very spiritual, could pray, meditate. This one, B, loves to cook, loves to nurture, spends a lot of time taking care of family. So they would get along. Why? Because Mars is in a water sign, and Mars is in a water sign. Pisces is a water sign, and Cancer is in a water sign. Okay? And we talked about the moon, we talked about Venus, we talked about Mercury, and we talked about Mars. Those are the personal planets. And then you could do a composite chart, but that will be another video to come. If you have any questions about these compatibility chart comparisons, put them in the comments. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. It helps the channel. And then also, if you want to share this information with another astrology peeps, newbies, they might love it. And till the next time, be safe. Keep those questions coming. I love helping you understand. And keep an eye out for our upcoming classes. In March, we have our transit class. You could check the website, holistichealingastrology.com, and our upcoming course in June. It's a 10-class course within 5 weeks. Astrology made super easy. You're going to love it. Everything is on Zoom. It's live. It's recorded. And you get to listen to it over and over. And you get all this information sent to you straight in your inbox. So, till next time, take care. Bye-bye.